Hey, 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 happy Monday. Here we are starting another week, the last week of July. Can you believe it? Let's get into looking at the weekly forecast using the Quantum Guidance Oracle card deck. Let's cut the deck and shuffle up and let's see what clarity, insight, and guidance we get. The messages for the week ahead. Last week was pretty apt too. So, inner critic and inner coach. Oh, I do like this one. Dial down the head chatter of the inner critic and allow your inner coach to shine. Our inner critic, it's our self-sabotaging little thoughts. Are very quick to jump in. Oh, you're not good enough. You can't do it. It's never going to happen. That's the inner critic, and we all have it. And it's sort of like, oh, the ego playing out. But then at the end of the day, we do have the inner coach. So it's time to dial down the inner critic and dial up the inner coach so that you can shine from the inside out. So, okay. So this is about listening to your the words that you put in your head this week. So be very mindful of the thoughts that you say to yourself, because often what you say to yourself, you wouldn't say to your worst enemy. Like, it's awful. So let's just be very mindful of the thoughts that we say to ourselves in our head. The next one is ease, grace, and flow. Ride the wave of life with ease, grace, and flow. This is a time of change. Be gentle on yourself as you transition through this dimensional shift. It is very challenging times. We are riding this wave of life with highs and lows, because remember, all the learnings are done in the dark. So that's when we're dipping down, and it might be perceived as like really negative or hard, but that's where the learnings and growth and the messages are. So be gentle on yourself, have compassion, understanding, and forgiveness on yourself and on others, and ride this wave with ease, grace, and flow. Alrighty. Woo. So far, we've just got to breathe, go with the flow, and be very mindful of the thoughts that we have put in our head. All right, embrace your potential. Oh, yes, expand into the fullness of who you truly are. Embrace your awesomeness and shine brightly. So far, these cards are saying it's really time to step into your power, to really step up, be seen, but do it with some just breathe and just really expand yourself, because this time, this transitional shift, we're sort of stuck in this fourth band. We've been in the 3D, now we're in this fourth band, shifting into the fifth, but it's a time of change. So as we're expanding our light, expanding our consciousness, it's time to just be gentle and forgiving and compassionate on yourself. So the next one is your base chakra. Oh, that's what I'm doing today, is anchoring in peace, calm, and happiness. The base chakra, anchor and ground with peace, calm, and happiness, like I said. So this is the base chakra top that I'm wearing, and this is about stepping into this power of what are you anchoring yourself into, grounding in with peace, calm, and happiness, really good, solid foundations. So, these are interesting cards today, this week ahead. Next one says, leave the past behind. Oh, time to surrender. The past is a place to learn from, not a place to live in. Are you being tethered to the past? Are you being stuck in the past and not able to let go? It's time to cut the cord, to move forward, to surrender, to let go, to step up into the present moment. So the past is a place to learn from, get your messages or your learnings, but let's not be stuck in there. So the final card today says, clarity and connection. Clear the past. Well, there's two messages here about the past. Connect to the present and gain clarity with your next step forward. Clarity and connection. When you're very clear on your values, it helps to give you clarity about your choices as well moving forward, because you make your choices based on, is it in alignment with my values or not? And if it's not, well, then you cull it. And there makes it a lot more clearer for you moving forward. So let's do a little recap here. Very, very interesting cards. This is really a big time of change. I'm very mindful of the thoughts that you put in your head. Don't allow that inner critic to come in and put yourself down. It's because where your attention goes, your energy flows. So when you're saying bad things about yourself or having negative thoughts in your head, that's just amplifying the intention there, because everything is energy and your thoughts are very powerful. So let's boost up that inner coach. You've got this, and do it. There's no such word as can't. Right, the next card is ease, grace, and flow. As we're riding this wave of life with this transition, be very gentle on yourself, because it is a time of change. And so let's just go through it with ease, grace, and flow. And part of that is about you being grounded, being really anchored into the ground with peace, calm, and happiness. So really spreading those roots into the ground so that you can wave like a tree that's not going to be uprooted. You've got very strong grounding and anchoring, but with peace, calm, and happiness. So that's your base slab, if you like. It's your foundation. Remember to embrace your potential, because this is a time of expanding your consciousness, expand into the fullness of who you truly are, embrace your awesomeness, warts and all, and shine brightly, because you are a beacon of love and light. Remember to have clarity and connection, to clear the past, connect to the present moment, because it's the only moment that we can control, and gain clarity with your next step. So, cull the things that aren't in alignment with your values, like people, things that are in your diary. Just it frees up space so that you can be more clear about where you're choosing to go to. Remember, the past is a place for learnings, and don't get stuck in there. But the only place is to live in the present moment. It's the only thing that you can control: how you think, how you feel, and how you act right now. So really interesting card. So very much a time of you stepping up, expanding your consciousness, stepping into your power, being very anchored with peace, calm, and happiness, being very clear about where you're choosing to go, culling the things that are getting in your way. And remember that your thoughts are so powerful. Everything is energy. Everything is energy, including the thoughts that you put in your head. So let's boost up that inner coach and dial down the inner critic. Leave the past behind and just live in the present moment. Reach out if you want any clarification. But very, very insightful messages this week. So with that, I'm complete. I'll catch you all later. Bye.